Glass of champagne, darling.
Yeah, darling. Oh. Yeah, because we're celebrating, aren't we?
We are celebrating today.
Yeah, you've got your special hat on. Well, okay, he hasn't got a special hat on. I
haven't got ready yet.
No,
Right.
that's it.
Yeah.
That's it.
I didn't want to dribble down myself.
Yes, no,
know.
again, yeah, because we're off to a wedding.
We're off to a wedding, yes.
Muriel's wedding, yes.
Muriel's wedding. So, who are we?
We are the Problematic Gays. I'm Dr. Lee Arnott.
And I'm Dave Moore.
Each episode we take a piece of pop culture from yesteryear.
Pop
Oh,
culture.
see what you did there. See what you did there. Here you are, darling. Thanks, darling. Yeah. And ask ourselves the question, could you get away with it today? And if not, why not? What does that say about society and culture then and now? And each week we'll take a deep dive. You can't pour and multitask at the same time. Each week we'll take a deep dive into what else was happening culturally and contextually. So what was in the music charts, what else was on TV or film, and what else was in the news of that year, to give you a nice bit of context for today, Muriel's wedding. So
yes, give a bit of history, because we are an award-winning history podcast, aren't we?
Yes, we are. Best history. Chin chin.
Cheers, darling.
Cheers.
Cheers. So,
Cheers.
yeah, we thought we'd break out the bubbles because we haven't done it for a while. And we haven't really officially celebrated our podcast award win yet. Let's stop talking about it now.
Yeah, that's it now.
Yeah, that's it now. We're done. But because we're going to Muriel's wedding,
yes,
we thought we'd break out the bubbles.
Yeah.
Let's see what happens.
I'm already realising after my first sip of the bubbles that this top was a bad idea. Might be coming off. I have got top underneath, don't worry, viewers. But
strippers arrive.
Getting a little bit hot under the collar already. So, Muriel's wedding.
Yes.
Released in the UK on the 14th of April, 1995. What's your relationship with Muriel's wedding?
Absolutely love Muriel's wedding. Saw it when it came out at the cinema.
Yeah.
Seen it several times since. Hadn't seen it for a few years actually until we watched it, because we do watch the programmes that we review and everything.
Yeah.
And just fell in love with it all over again. Just superb. So I feel as though this is going to be more of a celebration than a historical critique. Although we will be throwing a few critiques in, won't we?
Yes. Yes, we shall.
Okay. My bubble well and truly burst there.
No. You ask me what my relationship with the film is?
Oh, I ask you now, do I?
Yes, you do.
Okay. What is your relationship, Dr. Lee, with the film Muriel's Wedding?
Well, thank you, Dave. Thanks for asking. I loved it when it came out. Absolutely adored it. Thought it was fantastic. Haven't seen it since.
Really?
Yeah. Until watching it for this podcast.
Oh.
So was a little bit nervous going into it.
Right.
But let's not go there yet.
Okay.
Just in case all those bubbles were burst.
Yes.
But let's not discuss that yet.
Yeah, have a couple more glasses of champagne
Spoiler
before.
alert, they weren't. So, yeah.
Very good. Very good.
So with all that being said...
With all that being said, shall we get on with some of the history?
Yes, the history. Give us an award.
Yeah.
Last time I mentioned it.
Yeah.
Let's cross over to the news desk and look at what happened to the UK in the year 1995, because this is the first time we've been to 1995.
Really?
In the history, the long and illustrious history of our podcast.
Oh.
Let's do it.
Episode 82.
Okay. Some grim news for the beginning of the year.
Remember, we are celebrating today.
Yes, we are. However, we'll just get over this first. On the 1st of January, Happy New Year, Fred West, there's a name. The 53-year-old Gloucester builder charged with killing 12 women and children, including 2 of his own daughters, nice man, is found to have hanged himself in his cell at Winston Green Prison, Birmingham. He was due to go on trial this year, along with his 41-year-old wife Rosemary, who's also charged with 10 murders. In November that year, she'll be found guilty of murdering 10 women and children, including her 16-year-old daughter Heather and her stepdaughter Charmaine, after a trial at Winchester Crown Court. She's sentenced to life imprisonment with a recommendation that she's never released. Good.
Talk about a buzzkill.
Yeah, I know. No. Bloody awful.
Bloody awful.
Fucking horrific. I've been there, Cromwell Road, you know.
Have you?
Yeah, I have.
What did you go there for?
What do you think? Let's have a look at where it was.
It's a rubberneck.
Right,
as
pretty
we
much,
say
yeah.
in
But
biz.
this was years later.
Right.
Years later, when it had been pulled down and a little park put there, the house was demolished.
Right.
Good. I mean, you wouldn't want to live there, would you?
Oh, God.
I mean, I can't get over my head. Well, actually, I can get my head over that people want to move into Dennis Nielsen's flat in Muswell Hill.
Oh, yeah.
Because I would live there.
Really?
Hey, it's a nice flat.
I used to live around the corner, literally a minute's walk.
Yes.
From, where was it? Muswell Hill Gardens.
I can't remember.
Yes, Muswell Gardens. Or something like that, anyway, fact-checking department. But several of my friends who came to visit wanted to walk past and have their picture taken outside. And I was just like, oh, just go and stand there and then we'll run off. 'Cause it's just very macabre.
It is macabre, yeah. It is.
Anyway, okay, let's see if we can get some happier news. On the 26th of February, Barings Bank, the UK's oldest merchant bank, collapses following 1.4 billion of losses. $1.4 billion of losses by rogue trader Nick Leeson.
Apparently that's worth £2 billion in today's money.
Just gone.
Just gone. I mean, doesn't that show what a house of cards the whole thing is,
Yeah.
doesn't it? Really?
Yeah. Well, we're going to be talking about that a little bit later on. No, we're not.
No,
No, that's in the next episode. I've done some rather extensive research into the credit crunch.
Oh, have
and
you?
how it affects people's benefits moving forward.
Oh, that's a clue to what we're talking about next week.
Yes.
Actually, it's not. We're not talking about that next week. We're going to be talking about...
Oh, yeah, switched
Switch
order
it
around,
around,
haven't we? Oh, we're just
right.
teasing our gazers now.
Just teasing. Anyway,
Yes.
on the 28th of February, the Diary of Bridget Jones column is first published in The Independent.
Oh.
Yes, she makes the first appearance in 1995.
Right. Please refer back to our Bridget Jones episode that
Indeed,
we did. That's
indeed.
It was a good one, that one, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
Even if we say so ourselves.
Yeah. Cheers, darling.
Chin chin.
Cheers.
Cheers, darling.
If we don't blow our own trumpets.
Who the bloody hell will?
Yeah. Sorry, I'm just having a sip of champagne.
Delicious.
Can I just, on a side note,
Yeah.
so I've been listening to some podcasts.
Yeah.
You know, the ones that have producers and people in the background.
Yes.
Like, not what we do, because we do everything ourselves. Because we are an independent podcast, won a Buddy Award for it.
Yes,
haven't we?
people twiddling knobs over there.
Yeah.
We are.
When they laugh in the background, really does my tits in.
Does it?
Yeah, 3 glasses of champagne. Said the word tits. But yeah, I mean, it's just like they're in on the joke. And I'm like, don't want to hear people twiddling knobs and laughing in the background, please. Thank you very much.
I quite like it. Well, we'll see when we have...
Some more champagne.
1 second. When we're being produced and have a team, a flotilla of people behind us, then let's see if
I'm
we
going to
like
put a ban on them.
Put a ban on them.
Yeah.
Gag them.
Do not talk.
Do not speak. Don't even look at us. In fact,
Yeah.
if you want to talk to us, everything on the note gets passed to us.
Absolutely.
Don't talk to us.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
No eye contact.
No, it won't change us though.
No, it won't change us.
No, we won't become grand.
Okay, let's see if we can find some happy news. On the 23rd of March, French Manchester United footballer Eric Cantona is sentenced to 14 days imprisonment at Croydon Crown Court for his assault on a Crystal Palace fan 2 months ago. A week later, he wins his appeal against his prison sentence, which is reduced to a 120-hour community service order.
I remember
that.
Yeah, I remember flying through the air with a karate kung fu kick, wasn't
Yeah.
it? It was quite impressive.
Yeah, it was
He
quite
became
impressive.
a bad boy of football.
Are you getting a bit hot and bothered?
A bit hot and bothered.
Eric Cantona.
I always fancied him because he was a bit of a bad un.
Do you know what I'm going to buy for Christmas?
What?
A book of Eric Cantona's poetry.
That'll just take the edge off completely, won't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, it will. Thanks. On the 21st of May, the first known death from the variant Creutzfeldt-Jakob disease occurs. That's for a 19-year-old man. It's not until nearly a year later that the Secretary of State for Health, now never let it be said that the government doesn't tell us the whole truth, but nearly a year later, the Secretary of State for Health says actually, sorry everybody, but CJD is actually caused by eating beef infected with bovine spongiform encephalopathy. That's all right, is it? Encephalopathy. There you go.
Well done.
Thank you.
Well done.
Okay, now that was...
That's good. You've got a sweat on.
I've got a sweat on.
Yes, mad cow disease.
Mad cow disease. But no, it's fine. You can carry on eating beef.
Yeah.
And then 9 months later, sorry everybody.
Oh dear.
I wonder how long they fucking knew that.
Well, yes, they sit on things, don't they?
Yeah, too right.
Yeah. Anyway, let's not get all conspiracy theory
No,
on this podcast. We're
not that podcast.
No. Okay, where are we? Okay, on Happy News.
Happy news.
Happy news for everybody. On the 6th of August, pubs in England are permitted to remain open throughout Sunday afternoon for the first time.
Come on.
Yay. I mean, it just seems such an antiquated concept now that the pubs would close on a Sunday afternoon.
Yeah.
But I remember, going out and having to wait outside pubs for them to open as a student.
Yes, yeah, me too.
Yeah.
Me too. But you get wouldn't they open at 12 for 2 hours and then close again? Yeah, it's so weird, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Also in August, actually, I moved to London.
Did you?
I did this year,
1995.
1995. Yeah, it's my 30th anniversary this year.
Wow.
It hasn't aged me at all.
You're looking good on it, darling.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Despite all the better efforts.
Body might be falling apart, but you look good.
Thank you.
Yeah.
On the 16th of November, Essex teenager Leah Betts dies in hospital 4 days after slipping into a coma due to an ecstasy tablet due to taking an ecstasy tablet and drinking a ton of water. A media crusade was backed by her father and stepmother against the drug ecstasy and those supplying it. Now,
yes, poor girl. And was it the amount of water she drank?
yes, she basically drowned herself.
Yeah, I mean, how horrible.
Awful.
Just totally horrible.
Dreadful.
I mean, we're no angels, have we? We've dabbled in the past.
Yes, we have.
But it's all, I just remember those times people going, drink loads of water.
Yeah, well, you used to sweat a lot, didn't you? You would dance and
Yes.
just go crazy for hours and hours and hours. So it's not surprising people did drink tons of water because all you want to do, so I've heard. But yeah, I mean, the tragedy, obviously, yes, undoubtedly, if anybody dies, but the vast majority of people who were taking it were not having any effects like this, and it just shows the stupidness of the drugs prohibition when actually if you regulated this and didn't just have this blanket ban, probably very highly controversial, I know, but banning drugs doesn't work. People still take them. There must be some more mature way to deal with this problem.
Yeah. Don't want you to come over all Brian Harvey. You know how he erected his career.
Yes, no, absolutely. But there must be a more adult way to discuss and deal with the drugs problem in this
Absolutely.
country.
And also,
look at Portugal, who legalised drugs, and their crimes have gone down. Their figures being addiction figures have gone down. So go on.
I mean, the sad thing is, her picture became kind of like the poster campaign, didn't it, for Just Say No Kids.
Yes.
But all that does really is just drive it further underground.
Absolutely.
Where, again, it's not regulated.
Absolutely.
Anyway, let's move on.
Get a high horse. Put the high horse over there.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Okay, so does everybody remember where they were on the 20th of November 1995, gazers, if indeed you were born?
I do.
Do you?
Yeah, I do exactly where I was.
Where were
I was
you?
in my new London house in Wood Green,
Yes.
N22, watching a certain edition of Panorama with my flatmates.
Well, the edition of Panorama that you're talking about is entitled An Interview with HRH, the Princess of Wales. It's broadcast on BBC One, in which Diana, Princess of Wales, is interviewed by Martin Bashir. She discusses her adultery, depression, bulimia, her children, the media, and the future of the monarchy in candid detail. An estimated 22.7 million watched the broadcast, an all-time record for a UK current affairs programme.
Yeah. It was pretty explosive, wasn't it?
Yeah, it really, really was.
Yeah. Do you remember watching it?
Yeah, I do. Very definitely was on in all the pubs.
Yes.
Everybody was watching it.
Yes, really. Is that, if you're in the pub, is this what you say about me and you and your husband? You say, well, there were 3 of us in that marriage.
I know.
Yeah.
Couldn't get rid of it. Just
call me Camilla.
always lurking around there. I just knew he would always be there, and there was no hope for me.
The day we got married, I was told very pointedly that he would always be there.
And I remember turning around to you and going, got him. We jest.
Have some more fucking bubbles, you bitch.
Cheers, knobhead.
And finally, A little piece of good news. In early January 1995, the National Lottery Charities Board awards its very first grant under the new National Lottery programme to King Ossie High School in the Scottish Highlands, helping them purchase a significant new sound and lighting system for their performing arts department. This marks the beginning of a major shift. The National Lottery's funds wouldn't just create jackpots and millionaires who'll spunk it up in a week, but were destined to support hundreds, if not thousands, of community, heritage, arts and sports projects across the country.
Yeah.
So still continues to this day. Bravo.
Bravo, National Lottery. Now, I hate the National Lottery. You know why?
Why?
I mean, it might do very good things for the nation, but I have a little direct debit that I put on the lottery, and it's all random numbers. So it's not like I religiously do my numbers or everything. Right. And they just kind of like, you know, tickle your balls a little bit, like sending you a little lucky dip here and there. Okay. You want a lucky dip, just to kind of keep you interested.
Right.
And I'm just really tempted to just cancel it. But then I just think, what if the week after I cancel it, then my numbers come up, even though they're completely random numbers, and I hate them for that.
Well, that's the gambling, illogical kind of fantasy you buy into each week, isn't it? That keeps you there, that keeps you slave to it.
So if I win £72 million, you won't want any of it.
I didn't say that.
Because you think it's dirty money.
Who said that? Put words in my mouth. How dare you? I never said that at all. I just said it's the illogical but hopeful and optimistic gambling thought process that keeps you doing it and that allows you, one day if you do win, will allow you to hop back to this conversation and think, do you know what, Lee was right and I'm pleased I did. Carried on with it.
Oh yeah,
there you go.
Thank you. So you're encouraging me to carry on with it then?
Yeah, maybe put a bit more money in as well.
Right, okay.
Did I tell you about the time I was with Mel from Mel and Kim?
Oh yeah.
When we lived together with students, National Lottery hadn't been on that long, and she had a ticket and she hadn't checked the numbers, and I'd got the numbers, and no, I hadn't got the numbers, but I'd seen her ticket, so I wrote the numbers down of her ticket. I said, Mel, I've got the winning lottery numbers from the shop. She went, what are they? And I was reading them out, and blah, 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 and she went, oh my God. I've got it. Way, one, Yeah. Obviously number 2, number 3. She said, I've got a 10 now. We're like, yeah, come on, see what the next one is. Next one, number 4. She went, oh my God, I've got it. And we were like, really? Oh my God. I went, number 5 is blah, blah, blah. She went, I've got 5 numbers. We're like, bloody hell, that must be like 40 grand or something, And then I said, number 6. And she went, I've got it. Oh my God, I've got it. And really, she was sweating. We were like, oh my God, I had to tell her. Sorry, Mel. I was just winding you up, love. Winding you up.
Did you think that story would paint you in a good light?
I know, as I was going on with it, I realised. But actually, to be fair, I was just getting her back from the time she nearly got us lynched in a Mecca bingo. Because we were in there, we'd gone there, and you play for a line, then you play for 2 lines, and you play for your full house.
Yeah.
Well, Mel, you get 6 houses on your board, you get a strip of houses. Mel thought there could be in any fucking anythingy. So she gets the 3 houses, she goes, house, like this. You can imagine 200,
God.
300 women of a certain age.
Yeah.
Eyes look at us,
Daggers.
The guy comes across to check and she goes, where's your 3 lines? And she goes, here, and here. I thought we were dead. I thought it was like the Wicker Man was going to come our way, and we had to get out of there quick.
I mean, forget about the World War trenches and the danger of that. Going to a Mecca bingo and getting a call wrong.
Oh my God. Life in your hands.
Yeah, well, I don't blame you for faking the lottery.
So, I think there we go.
Tit for
Karma
tat.
Comes around, goes around, love. Yeah.
Absolutely. Okay.
Anyway, cheers to that.
Cheers. Isn't it amazing how a glass of bubbles just loosens our lips?
Honestly. Yeah, loose lips sink ships.
They do.
Right.
If you say, are we moving on to the charts? I'm going to glass you. We're moving on to the top 10 grossing films. Okay? Let's get it in the right order. Okay, let's move on to the top 10 grossing films of the year in the UK.
Yeah, fine.
In 1995.
Yes, let's do it.
Number 10, Waterworld. Well, it's still grossed you know, it was still in the top 10.
Yeah, because that was supposed to be a big flop, wasn't
Yeah,
it?
it was considered to be a real flop. I mean, even the premise of it just sounded a bit boring.
I've not seen it.
Well, it's just like the solar, the polar, not the solar, polar ice caps had melted,
Right.
and basically the world was covered with water.
Good.
Yeah.
Number 9, Dumb and Dumber. Never saw it.
I did see it, but it's all right at the time. But I bet if we
Right.
look back at it now, we'd think it was really shit.
Yeah, I'm sure.
At number 8, are we all right? We've got
Yeah,
Windy Pops.
Windy Pops.
Okay. Can you stop crashing my number 8, please? Number 8 is Pocahontas, Disney film.
Yeah. Good. You know, all of these films in the top 10 in the UK are American.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Oh.
At number 7, Stargate.
Yes, I really liked that.
I didn't see it.
Yeah, it was good. Well, it spawned a kind of, you know, series, didn't it? TV series.
That's
that ran
right,
for several
yes.
years.
Yeah, it
but,
did.
But yeah, I really enjoyed that film. Number 6, Die Hard with a Vengeance. I only barely managed to scrape through Die Hard.
I've
to
not
be
seen
honest.
either of them. Not seen either of them. Not that bothered.
Ah, not bothered.
No. At number 5, Interview with the Vampire. I went to see that at the cinema.
Yeah, love
and
that.
really enjoyed it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
really liked that. A young Kirsten Dunst.
Yes, and that was Tom Cruise's bit of a rehabilitation for him, wasn't it? Because didn't Anne Rice was furious when he was
really?
because she didn't see him as Lestat at all.
Yeah.
And he proved her wrong, and she said afterwards, she said he was actually a really good performance. I think he turned a lot of people's heads because he was just the action hero at that point, wasn't he,
Yeah.
Tom Cruise? Had he done Magnolia by that point? I can't remember.
Not sure.
But certainly for a lot of people, this was Tom Cruise doing something very different for him. And also the homoerotic elements, you know, were a bit of a
Thought Brad Pitt was
groundbreaker.
quite dishy in that, and I don't really do long hair on men.
No, nor me. Yeah.
Did I tell you about my vampire story when I went to New Orleans?
No.
Well, went on a vampire tour of New Orleans, and the guy was leading the tour. He had the long hair, he had the long trench coat. He was obviously trying to fulfill a, you know, tick a box and add to the mystique of
Yes.
what was going on. But
Yeah.
he was really weird. And they took us to this convent and he said, look up there, and all the windows were boarded up on the top floor, and they said that's where they used to keep all the people they suspected of being vampires, so they couldn't escape. And we went round all the whole, you know, the cemeteries and everything, because it's steeped in vampire tradition, isn't it, New Orleans? And then we went, and then I left the tour and went inside the church part of the convent, and all of a sudden I heard this massive noise, and it was like, the whole room vibrated. I thought, right, this is it. They're coming for me. And I looked round, and it was a man cleaning the pipes of the organ. Apparently what they do is clean the organ. They press all the keys at once to push all the air up and clean it and everything.
Right.
But it sounded as though it was like a death knell.
Yes.
So I shat my pants.
As you would.
And then just pulled myself together and thought, don't be so stupid, Dave. It's just, you know, it's just all the power of suggestion that's doing this. It was a man cleaning the organ.
Yes.
So I went back to my hotel that night, and I couldn't sleep. And I had, like, whether it was a dream or I was like, you know, you wake up and your heart's going, and I swear, it was pitch black. I swear there was someone else in the room with me. And that wasn't the power of suggestion. I had this just really horrible bad feeling that something bad was going to happen. And you know, when you're awake for a couple of hours and you're like, I have to go to sleep now, even though I'm going to get murdered, and I'm going to wake up with two things on my neck, 2 bite marks on my neck. And then I went down to breakfast the next morning because I'd survived the night.
Yes.
And the tour guide was sat on the table next to me.
What do you think he was in the room with you?
I think he probably was. Yeah. And I'm slightly disappointed that he didn't want to bite me and give me eternal life. He obviously kind of like came in the room, looked at me and thought, nah, not tonight, darling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was obsessed with vampires as a kid.
Were you?
I used to really fancy Christopher Lee. And I used to watch Hammers when I was a kid. And I used to lie there at night time with my neck like that exposed. So if someone came to my window, I'd let him in, and then he would just like, take me. Take me,
Chris.
Take me, Chris. Honestly. Mel from Mel and Kim had a plot to murder his wife by cutting the brakes of his car one night. She had this whole plan. She had this plan as a child.
Murder whose wife?
Christopher Lee's wife.
Oh.
And she'd cut the brakes on the car and she'd make sure it was a dark and stormy night. And then she'd rock up at Christopher Lee's house and he'd answer the door and she'd go, "Don't tell the police," and then faint. And then she thought he would bite her neck. Me and Mel and Kim used to have a lot of weird conversations when we lived together as students. So.
Is anyone still with us?
Mel and Kim is, thankfully.
Mel and Kim. Hi, Mel.
Yeah,
okay, let's move on
next,
quickly.
next.
Okay, number 4 is Apollo 13. That bored me.
Bored me as well.
Yeah, but these are all proper Hollywood blockbusters at the time when Hollywood had blockbusters, didn't they?
Yes.
It was still event movie going at this point.
Yes, I guess. Yeah, yeah. Braveheart at number 3.
You sounded just like Mel Gibson then.
Did I really?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I've been practicing,
Yeah.
actually. Yeah. Yeah, thanks. Yeah. We shall be free.
Oh, we'll never take our freedom. Hello to all our Scottish gazers out there. Number 2 is Casper, the Friendly Ghost.
Yeah.
Christina Ricci. I mean, that's, number 2. That's not bad going, is it?
Not bad going at all.
No.
And number 1 is Batman Forever. Which one's that one?
It was a shit one. I think that was number
Is that
3.
Mr. Freeze
Not number 4.
or-
Yeah, number 4. Mr. Freeze and Poison Ivy, Uma Thurman. Soundtrack by U2. I'm going to cut all this out if it's wrong. Apologies, Gazer.
Yeah, just...
Yeah.
Fine, good. Well, that was the top 10 films of the year.
Yes.
I wonder where Muriel's Wedding fits into that, but we'll never know.
We'll never know.
We'll never know.
We'll look it up.
So now, shall we have a look at the top 20 for the week commencing the 9th of April 1995?
Let's do it.
Confidence?
Yeah, relatively confident, yes. Yeah, the year I left university and was going clubbing.
I'm quietly confident about this one. Quietly confident.
Very good.
So I shall begin. Number 20 is Turn On, Tune In, Cop Out by Freak Power.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Banger.
absolutely. As is number 19, Push the Feeling On, Nightcrawlers.
Absolutely great
Remember
track.
bopping around in the nightclubs to that.
Oh yeah, me too. Maybe had a little girl onto that one too.
Oh.
Yeah. Number 18, Bubbling Hot, Pat O'Banton with Ranking Roger. That passed me by.
Well, Pat O'Banton, do you remember he famously appeared on The Word? And he's I think, maybe Jamaican or Caribbean of some sort.
Right.
And was
Homophobic?
fiercely homophobic.
yeah.
Yes. Still hanging around with the likes of Ranking Roger, which is a gay name if ever I'd heard one.
I'll say.
Number 17 is Think Twice, Celine. Never a Celine fan.
No, far too wobbly. Just.
Sorry, it's all Celine Dion gazers out there. But
Yeah, sorry about that, but I don't care. Number 16, Doll Parts by Hurl.
Yeah. Fan of Hole?
No.
Are you sure?
Yes.
I'm a fan of Hole.
Are you?
Yeah. Yeah.
Are we?
Move on.
Is this euphemism or is it?
Draw your own conclusions.
Right.
Is it me?
Yes.
Sorry, I was too busy thinking about Hole. I think we're amusing
Can't get
ourselves.
that hole out of his head, I tell you.
I think we're amusing ourselves, but no one else at this point.
I'm having a hot flush.
Yeah. I need a top up in a minute.
Yeah, I need a top up.
Okay, number 15, The First, The Last, Eternity, Snap featuring Summer.
Don't give me that one.
One of their lesser known
Yeah,
hits, I would argue.
At number 14, Don't Give Me Your Life, Give Me Your...
Yeah, full on going to that one.
Alex Party, number 14 with that one.
Yeah.
Classic.
Number 13, Chains, Tina Arena.
What you in?
James.
There you go.
Yeah. And... oh, sorry.
She
Well, she's Australian, isn't she?
is, yes, she is.
Yeah.
Yeah, she is. Number 12, I'm Going Down, Mary J. Blige.
Okay, number 11, I remember this song. Been looking forward to the next Comic Relief charity single. Thinking,
yes.
oh, God, Cher's doing it. Chrissy Hines doing it.
Yeah.
Love Can Build a Bridge. What the biggest pile of shite.
Yeah. It was a joke. It's nice to see Chrissy Hines and Cher singing together, though.
Eric Clapton, I think, had a hand in that as well.
And Cherry. Who's Cherry?
Nana Cherry.
Of course.
Yes.
Yeah, of course. I liked it. It was like a super Bananarama. for me.
Yeah, but it was shit. It was
shit.
real dirt.
Yeah, it was
And
dirt.
slow, and you just thought we're going to get a proper banger here.
Yes, being like number 10.
Oh.
Number 10, The Bomb. These sounds fall into my mind. Love that song, the Bucketheads.
I used to
Absolutely
think it
love
was pizzas fall into my mind.
Well, I can't argue with that.
Because they're in the club going, pizzas
fall into my mind. I think you were really cool.
Yeah, and everyone looking at me like,
Twat.
yeah. All right. You can tell who's had a full glass of champagne and who's had half a glass of champagne at this point. Okay, number 9, Strange Currencies, REM.
Sorry. Number 8, If You Love Me, Brownstone. I don't know that one.
No. Number 7, Julia Says, Wet, Wet, Wet. Oh, yeah.
Judy says what?
This song's dull.
God, dull. Number 6, Not Over Yet by Grace.
Yeah. It's not over, not over.
Of course.
Yeah, it's a good one, that.
Yeah, it's a good one.
Number 5, Baby Baby by Corona. Yeah, that was a proper hardcore kind of like
know that. I
techno.
know if I hear it.
Baby, baby, why can't we just stay together?
Oh, yes, of course. Yeah. Number 4 is...
That's what she sang as well.
What? Number 4 is You Sure Do by Strike.
A lot of dance music in
There is
this.
a lot of dance music, yeah.
At number 3, another banger in its own right.
Yeah.
2 can play that game, Bobby Brown.
Absolutely. Number 2, Don't Stop, Wiggle Wiggle, the Out Here Brothers. Well, I know that one, I didn't really like it.
No accounting for taste.
No. What's number 1, Dave?
Oh, Wash Your Back by Take That.
Wash Your Back.
Sorry, Back for Good, I
Back
mean.
for Good, take that, yeah. That was...
Did you used to sing Wash Your Back?
No.
Okay.
Did you?
Yeah. But knowingly knowing it was wrong.
Right. Any particular reason?
Because I was really cool and hip and funny.
Pizzas fall into my
Yeah.
Yeah, let's crash on, should we? Well, I think that was quite a good chart.
Yeah?
Yeah, quite enjoyed that.
That good?
Yes.
Yeah, that's right good.
Yeah, right, good.
Okay, right, we need to get ready, don't we?
Yeah,
we
we
need to
do.
get our
Get our
hats
hats
on.
on, get ready
We need
for
to
the
get your
wedding.
fascinator
Yeah.
out.
Yeah.
Talking about your head fascinator.
Okay, fine. I didn't get to the toilet before we get on the coach.
Okay, alright then, do it. Cheers, darling.
Cheers, darling.
Cheers,
Right.
just topped us up.
Lovely.
Right, Muriel's
you.
wedding then.
Why don't you give us a bit of information about Muriel's wedding, Dave?
I will. I'll give you a tidbit because I don't want to give away the synopsis because that's your job.
Yeah.
But Muriel's wedding is a 1994 comedy.
94, but released in the UK in 95.
Good for you. Just the world fell out my bottom then. I thought we got the year wrong. It's like, shit. We're going to have to redo it all again. So it was a 1994 comedy released in the UK in 1995. Written and directed by PJ Hogan, not to be confused with Paul Hogan, who was Crocodile Dundee. Another famous Antipodean. It starred Toni Collette in her breakout role, Bill Hunter and Rachel Griffiths. The film focuses on the socially awkward Muriel. A co-production between Australia and France, the film premiered at the 1994 Cannes Film Festival. It received positive reviews and earned multiple award nominations, including a Golden Globe nomination for Best Actress in a Motion Picture Musical or Comedy for Collette. That's all I'm going to say because you're going to give us a nice in-depth synopsis now, aren't you?
I am indeed. So Muriel Heslop is a socially awkward, ABBA-obsessed misfit from the glamorous paradise of Porpoise Spit, where ambition means getting married before your friends do. When she's dumped by her fake mates and scolded by her corrupt dad, Muriel steals some cash, changes her name and flees to Sydney, determined to reinvent herself as someone worth loving, preferably in a white dress. Unfortunately, life isn't a pop song, and Muriel soon learns that walking down the aisle doesn't fix your problems, though it does make for fabulous photos. With the help of her sharp-tongued best friend Rhonda and a killer soundtrack, Muriel finally realises that you don't need a groom to be the bride of your own life.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I'm not going to go on about how much I love this film, but I do love this film. If you want a film that flings you about like an emotional ping pong, then this is the film.
Yeah.
Crying 1 minute, laughing out loud the next minute. And that is the sign of a good film and a good script for me.
Yes.
That could do that.
It was criticised somewhat for its tonal whiplash at the time, because it does kind of go from high comedy to high tragedy. And there are a lot of really quite sad and tragic elements, which at the time it was felt kind of got lost in the froth, but subsequently have been, you know, kind of rehabilitated as actually quite clever and canny choices on the part of the filmmakers.
Well,
and so,
sorry.
Go on.
Well, I bet at the time those criticisms. Oh my God, champagne's kicking in. Those criticisms were levied at the film by critics.
Yes, I'm sure.
Those who can make films, those who can't criticise it.
Yes.
So go on.
I suppose also it was being held in regard and compared to other rom-coms.
I see.
And this is not a rom-com. Like, it kind of is, but it's not really. It doesn't follow the rom-com format. Muriel is definitely not a traditional rom-com heroine at all. And maybe that's why there was some of the negative criticisms aimed at it.
Well, maybe it just got conflated and compared to other rom-coms, where in fact it's not. It's something much nuanced and deeper than that, isn't it?
Yes.
It's essentially, for me, it's an ugly duckling story.
Absolutely. And it's an ugly duckling story that actually isn't about giving her a glamorous makeover and her coming to terms and her getting her man. Actually, it's an ugly duckling story about a woman who comes to terms with herself, and actually quite a strong message of female friendship.
Yeah.
Which, again, which is probably why the criticisms were levied at it. If you think about Thelma and Louise, which was released in 1991, and the critics lost their fucking minds over it because it was a film unashamedly about two women and a very strong friendship, and actually going to men. In America especially, critics thought this was going to be the end of fucking civilization. So by 1994, 95, when this comes out, it's clearly still, and for some people, unacceptable that we can have a film where a woman doesn't have to be with a man at the end of it and actually is with her best friend and just goes to all of that. So again, maybe that's
interesting.
Really
interesting. So I think what we should do is just kind of go through the various acts, because I think that the acts in themselves will provoke various discussions. So obviously we open in the hometown of Porpoise Spit, which is kind of portrayed as this kind of backwater place. Is that fair to say? Well, I mean, you know, I come from Scarborough, so it kind of equated that with Scarborough. Small town mentality. And we see Muriel's father is a kind of a local entrepreneur, businessman.
He's clearly a big fish in a small pond, isn't he?
But also has his hand doing dodgy deals. To him, it's all about image, and you know, his family, including his children, including Muriel, are an eternal disappointment to him, and he has a wife who he kind of subjugates, really, doesn't it? It's the mothering role, and blames her for you know, the upbringing of the kids, and because he's the breadwinner, he's the male, he's a typical Aussie kind of red-blooded male breadwinner, isn't he?
And it's also, you know, without bringing up the P word, patriarchy represents the power of a white man who's at the top of the tree and who's able to get his daughter off shoplifting charges by greasing the palm or using connections. You know, he's very much in control, to the detriment of any kind of affection or love he has for his wife and children.
So that's Bill, the father, and the mother is Betty. And then we get the siblings, Joni, Perry and Malcolm. They're all socially awkward and neglected. And then Muriel's at her friend Tanya's wedding, and she's humiliated because she's shoplifted this dress. And she's arrested for it. And we meet her friends, Tanya and her three kind of acolytes.
Horrible.
They're horrible. I mean, this is Mean Girls on steroids before Mean Girls was a thing. They are the original Mean Girls, aren't they?
They really are. They're so horrible, and they're clearly only interested in getting married, image, having the perfect life, being the perfect wife. You know, and Muriel totally buys into that as well. As do a lot of women, you know, and then and now. You know, there's still a pressure to conform in that kind of way.
Well, it was the ultimate goal that's been, you know, from centuries to come. That's been projected on women. If you want to be a success, your job is to marry successfully and procreate. basically.
Yeah.
Which these mean girls, they fall into that category.
Yes, they're the pretty ones. Their makeup's nice. Muriel is overweight. She's failed at pretty much everything. She's failed at secretarial school. Her dad says she sits around the house like a dead weight, and she looks like a slob, doesn't she? You know?
Yeah, she does. And it struck me very much at this point that it was very much kind of like a Cinderella kind of vibe story. These, you know, with these girls being the ugly sisters.
Yes.
Muriel being the downtrodden one and everything, but ultimately aspiring to...
Yeah. And they tell Muriel she doesn't do her hair right, she doesn't do her makeup right. Again, put into the very strict standards of appearance that type of woman has. And they criticise her for listening to 70s music because Muriel loves ABBA. And one of the things that I loved about this film when it came out was the ABBA soundtrack.
Oh, my goodness.
Because ABBA Gold had been out for maybe 2 years at this point. So ABBA was still kind of... Everybody had bought ABBA Gold at this point, but to see ABBA being so unashamedly embraced in a movie, I just thought it was fantastic.
And also, very rare for ABBA to hand over the rights to their music to somebody else, either a film or, you know, if it's Madonna with Hung Up.
Yes.
They do it very, very rarely, but apparently they got sent the script and loved it so much.
Right.
I'm sure there was a case for them thinking, well, this is actually going to elevate and promote our music as well.
Yes. Yeah.
So, right, let me just give you a sec. So, yeah. And I want to talk about Muriel at this stage because I think the reason why Muriel is... We can all align to Muriel at this point, in particular gay men, I think, because... She's stuck in this small town, and this kind of mirrored my life and, you know, the experience of a lot of gay men.
Yeah.
Same for you, is it?
Yeah.
You know, lying on the bed, dreaming of going
Listening
somewhere.
to ABBA.
Listening to ABBA.
That's what I did.
You know, hating your life, thinking there's no hope. You know, you know, some people... You go to school and there's the popular crowd and you're not in the popular crowd. You can't find your feet. There seems to be kind of no hope, you know, when will this end?
Yeah.
So, I think that's why a lot of, you know, gay men in particular can identify with Muriel at this point. Feeling ugly and all that kind of thing.
And
Sorry, I'm
you're-
good.
Come on, put yourself together.
I'm sorry.
Yeah. But it's true, but and also... feeling that you're not going to be able to conform in that way that is expected of you, or that your peers tell you how you should conform. You know, absolutely, yeah. I never thought of it like that before. Actually, you're probably right. You're absolutely right. You know, that's probably why Muriel was such a resonated with myself and with you and with lots of other people like us. You know.
So so then Muriel's rebellion begins. Okay, so she steals 12 grand from an account from her father.
Well, doesn't her mum give her like a check?
Yeah, she does. She gives her a blank check.
Yeah.
And Muriel goes on goes on a holiday.
Yes.
Because all her friends are going to this hibiscus island.
Yes. Yeah.
In this exotic kind of South Pacific island.
Yeah.
And tell Muriel she can't go because we don't want to be friends with you anymore.
Exactly.
And she goes, "Did you just take your top off
Took
from
my top
outside?
off underneath, yeah.
Did you?" So you've got one top on and you took the underneath top
I
off
took the underneath top off while you were talking.
without taking the over top off. How did you do that?
Because the years of practice, darling. The years of practice and costume changes.
Yeah, so
The viewers at home will be able to watch me doing that as you were talking.
Yes.
You both watch it, you're editing it back together.
So Muriel goes to Hibiscus Island, and Bill publicly shames Muriel because... Oh, sorry, ignore that.
Yeah.
So this is when Muriel meets...
Rhonda.
Yes. Played by Rachel Griffith. We should say at this point Muriel's played by Tony Collette.
Yes, he was fucking amazing. And who I've loved ever since. She's one of my favourite ever actors. Ever.
So
Rhonda is...
Yeah.
The spunky, rebellious. And Rhonda says to Muriel, "Why are you worried about what they say? You know, why are you worried about them? You're your own person." Tells Muriel she's fabulous. Tells Muriel she's got worth. You know, Rhonda's just the pal that everybody wants.
Yes,
and
she is.
There's a cabaret night or something, or is it? And then they dress as ABBA and do Waterloo, isn't it? In just a sequence that is so joyous.
Yeah.
And so filled with affection and love, and you just see the pair of them, these two mates, and just think, come on.
This scene for me, And, you know, I'm not saying this lightly. I feel it's one of my favourite scenes in cinema.
Right.
Because you've got the contrast of basically, you know, Muriel tells Rhonda that Tanya has, one of Tanya's friends slept with her husband on her wedding
day. Yeah.
So we've got that dynamic going on and a big fight between the mean girls, which is joyous to see.
Yes, yeah.
But also at the start of this, it's Waterloo by ABBA, isn't it?
Yes.
And Rhonda and Muriel are dressed up as Agneta and Frida.
Yeah. In very, very spot on outfits. You know, someone's clearly watched the video and recreated the outfits to the nth degree. So.
Yeah. And we see a transformation in Muriel during this scene, don't we?
Yeah.
From shy and awkward to confident and outgoing in the space of a song. And that's again why I think this is just a wonderful, wonderful scene in cinema, because to have that transformation, and you've got this glorious, you know, elating music playing as well. It's camp. The cinematography is just amazing as well. It's so colourful, and it's like a rites of passage for Muriel, isn't it?
Yes.
And to see her at the beginning of this song, see her at the end of this song, is just a marvel.
Yeah.
I just think it's wonderful.
Yes,
I
so
love
do I.
I just, you know, even if you don't watch the Movie Gazers, just YouTube this particular moment in this movie, because it will transform you, I think.
Yes. Yeah.
That's great.
And so then Muriel, now filled with transformation, thinks, fuck it, she's going to go and live in Sydney.
Yes.
With Rhonda.
Yeah.
And that's what happens.
Yeah.
And then...
Well, they live very happily for a good few months, don't
Yes.
they? Obviously, Muriel's got this secret that she's stolen from her father, and it emerges that her father's been arrested for embezzlement and having his hand in different dodgy deals and stuff, and he blames Muriel. Muriel, you stole my money, so I had to do this, even though that's fucking bollocks.
Yeah,
you know, but he has to blame somebody, and he blames his children.
Yeah. But Muriel is still caught up in the fantasy of being a bride, isn't she?
So she's got so far, but she's stuck. She's stuck between the future and the past.
Yes.
She's got one foot in the future.
Yes.
1 foot in the past.
Yes.
And is pissing in the present.
And so what she tends to do is she goes to various wedding shops around Sydney and tries on dresses and has photos taken of her, and tells them that her grandmother's dying or something, you know, she just wants to see. So she gets all these pictures. She builds up an album book of her with all these wedding photos of her in various frocks, doesn't she? Yeah.
Yeah. And at the same time, she meets a young man who, you know, he's represented as just a really nice young man who Muriel would be very happy with if she kind of went with this guy. And hilarity ensues. They go clubbing, and Rhonda goes clubbing, meets these two gorgeous,
really hot guys.
two gorgeous American sailors.
Yes.
Goes back, has a bit of rumpy pumpy with them.
Yeah.
Contrast to Muriel and her her date.
Yeah.
They try to have rumpy pumpy, but don't quite manage it.
Yeah.
And then Rhonda collapses, doesn't she?
Yes, yeah.
So this is where, you know, the
This is
next act begins.
This is a whiplash moment.
Yeah.
Because it transpires that Rhonda's got spinal cancer, or she's got a tumour on her spine, so she's unable to walk. And actually, I remember when I watched this the first time thinking, oh my God, I thought this was going to go one way and it's actually going the other way. So yeah, it's very much a whiplash, emotional whiplash moment. But such is life.
Such is life.
Such is life.
Yes, that's why you've got to make the most of every single moment.
Yes, you
darling.
have.
You know that as well. I'm sorry, I'm just getting emotional. I feel like we're sat at a table in a wedding and we've only just met each other and we've found a kindred spirit and we're just talking a load of shite. But we have got a running theme through it, haven't we?
We have.
Muriel's wedding.
But then there's that, and again, another tragic moment is when Rhonda catches Muriel in one of the wedding shops trying on the frocks, and Muriel just breaks down because she's like, who'd want to marry me?
Yeah.
And you realise that despite all of this new life she's living, she's still got these awful thought patterns in her head, which are just telling her she's fat, she's useless, nobody will ever love her, you know. And it's...
Which I think is great, because this could have been a story about how she's abandoned all that, this past trauma.
Yeah.
But you don't abandon that past trauma, do you?
don't.
It still lives with you. You know, no matter how old you are, no matter how far you progress, you've still got these feelings of inferiority that spring up and everything. So yeah, I think it's great that they didn't totally abandon this, that she's still going through this.
Yes, so
then she kind of reaches a bit of a crossroads, really, because then Muriel agrees to a sham marriage with a South African swimmer, David Van Arkel, for money and for status. So while Rhonda's going through this hideous medical trauma, Muriel's promised to look after her, and they'll stay in Sydney. You know, things don't have to change. I'll look after you. But at the same time, she's drawn and tempted into this sham marriage because, you know, this South African swimmer needs a green card to compete for Australia.
Yeah.
So we meet David Van Arkel, the swimmer, don't we? Thoughts?
Howard.
Yeah.
He's Faye Ripley's husband.
He is Faye Ripley's husband.
Yeah.
Yes.
From Cold Feet.
Yes.
Yes, I mean, he's gorgeous, isn't he? But the thing is, Muriel is going into this, even though she knows it's a green card, I think at some level she still is buying into this. This is some romantic endeavour, isn't she?
This is her fairy tale prince has come to rescue her.
Yes, and it's shitty. I remember it's shitty that she just kind of turns her back on Rhonda.
Yes, so that's what happens, isn't it?
Yeah, and again, one of the contemporary criticisms levelled at this film was that Muriel is selfish. She's not particularly likeable. She's not. But again, in comparison to the rom-com heroine, she's not. But that makes her true. That makes her...
People are shitty
and selfish and
horrible.
You know, I mean, look at you,
sometimes.
darling.
Well,
you know,
I'll be the first to admit I've done some really shitty,
me too.
selfish, horrible things in the past to people, and it's all because you don't really like yourself very much. I'm talking about way back, darling. I'm not talking about now. Everything's worked out fine now, but you do when you're young. I mean, we're talking like Muriel's just still early mid-20s at this point, isn't she?
Absolutely.
So she kind of she abandons Rhonda and her plight, and Rhonda has to do the worst thing imaginable, which is go back to Porpoise Spit, which is the backwater town that they both escaped from.
Yeah.
While Muriel goes on to have this fantasy wedding and presumably go on to lead this wonderful life of wedding bliss.
Well, she has this fantasy wedding. It's got media attention. She's got the three bitches from Porpoise Spit as her bridesmaids and a little fuck you ladies, and has the whole shebang. And seemingly that's, for Muriel, that's perfection attained, you know, but very quickly we realise this is a...
Yeah. The scales fall from her eyes, doesn't it? And it's prompted, the catalyst for this is the fact that back home in Porpoise Spit, Muriel's mother, Betty, has, because Bill's going through this public shaming and prosecution, Betty's just kind of lost the plot, really. She's stolen some shoes from the supermarket, and Bill's left her for...
his long-term mistress.
Yes, Deirdre, who's a fantastic character, actually, who's kind of rocks up through the movie and eventually kills herself.
Yes, and again, another criticism levelled at this was that this just kind of happens off-screen. It's a real gut
rug
punch. Pull. A rug pull, and it's... it again didn't fit the narrative at the time of what mid-90s movies were supposed to do, and it was criticised for actually not dealing with depression and suicide, because clearly Betty is not a well woman throughout the film, but has subsequently been reevaluated. Actually, well, this is the experience of a lot of women who are rendered invisible within their within their own homes, who are kind of become redundant within their domestic spaces, who have nothing, who are just downtrodden, who are left behind, and actually speaks to the lived experience of lots of women. So, it's dreadful.
Yeah. Well, you see,
awful.
I think that Betty's story, I would disagree with what they're saying about Betty, because I think it's apparent from the very off that this is a woman who is downtrodden, who's depressed, who feels let down by her husband, by her children, and Muriel's betrayal is the ultimate betrayal for her. But that's not necessarily Muriel's fault that she did what she did.
Not sure.
You know, families are complicated,
Yeah.
aren't they?
Yeah.
But yeah, poor Betty. I
Poor
thought she was
Betty.
great.
She's a great face, the actress who plays her. She's fantastic, isn't she? And often just as the scene of her silently in the background, just like gazing off into the distance, you know, clearly not in the room.
Yeah.
And it's this which forces Muriel to kind of reevaluate herself, doesn't it? Really about her life, and
she has to confront the past, basically, which
Yes,
is a
she
common
does.
kind of story trope in the hero's quest. Along with meeting Rhonda, who's like the mentor, which
Yes.
is, you see in a lot of stories.
yeah.
So yeah, she has to come back, and so basically the main premise is that, you know, everybody's claiming that Betty, the mother, died of a heart attack, but you know, Muriel's sister says she took the pills, and that's kind of a big wake up call for Muriel. Or Muriel, as she's calling herself now.
Yes, it's Muriel now, isn't she?
And she's forced to reevaluate, face up to the future, face up to the past. And so she goes back to tell David the swimmer that she's leaving him.
Yes, and they've had a moment of affection, haven't they? Had slept together.
Yeah,
by
they
that
slept together,
point?
which is one of the only things that didn't ring true to me about
Yes,
this film.
me
That
too.
kind of came out of nowhere.
Yeah.
It's like, you know, all of a sudden this swimmer who's, you know, extremely selfish and married her for her the green card and everything, all of a sudden develops a heart. That was one of the kind of story arcs that didn't ring true for me on that. But anyway, that's by the by, because she tells David that she's leaving. The fate marries, that she wants something real, and, you know, she gives her dad part of the money back. And she stands up to him because he's expecting her. Now the mum's died, you're going to come back and look after everybody.
Yes.
And she says, no, that is your job.
Yes.
You look after. You face up to your responsibilities. I'm going to face up to mine. And then this is kind of like what the true wedding is in this. I think this is Muriel's wedding. This is the marriage, even though it's not, because, you know, they're just friends. But she goes and claims her bride.
Right.
The true bride.
Right,
this is
right,
what
right,
I think, you know, if you want to talk about a wanky kind of metaphorical terms. She goes back to Rhonda, who's living with her mum in the wheelchair and everything. Mum, she can't stand the mum. Well, she loves the mum, but, you know, it drives her nuts. And when we find Rhonda, she's sat in the house with her mum, with the mean girls, who are all extremely patronising towards her and everything.
Yeah.
Muriel comes in and says, come back to Sydney with me. Basically, she doesn't say it, but you can see it in the eyes. I've made a huge mistake. I realise who I am and what I need to do now, and it's with you. I'm going to look after you.
Yeah.
We're going to go back to Sydney and live out our dream together, which is what we eventually do.
Yes, yeah. And my slight take on the wedding of the title is that Muriel's wedding isn't this happy occasion, but actually shows out to be an empty illusion that she's able to go... And then she's off with Rhonda. So I didn't see her with Rhonda as literally being a wedding as such, but her using the sham of a wedding to then go. Either way, it's a lovely and subverts all of those kind of rom-com tropes. You know, and as we said, we've got two women off together at the end, adventures. You know, and what I love, even more about watching this actually, because I suspect when I first watched this, I was swept up in those rom-com tropes. I loved Pretty Woman at this point when I first watched this film. And I loved the honesty of this, and actually how radical it was now looking at it, that to see Muriel, she's messy, she's sloppy, she's lonely, she's overweight, you know, as a heroine who doesn't transform into this, you know, perfect woman, which so often rom-coms do, but actually is able to embrace her perfections and realise the hollowness of this wedding she's always chased, and then to find a true kind of friendship with one. Oh my God.
Oh my God, you are right, kid. Let me top you up.
I think it's quite revolutionary, actually.
It really is revolutionary.
Yeah.
I mean, I know we've had a couple of glasses of champagne now, so we might be over-egging the pudding a little bit.
But it's like two women choosing their friendship over patriarchy, over, again, like Thelma and Louise, you know, it so rarely happens in cinema that I just think it's fucking great.
Well, it's okay. Cheers for that, because it's telling the audience that, in particular women who are watching, that you don't have to be perfect.
Yeah.
It's okay to be... I'm not going to say overweight because that's wrong, but it's okay to have... It's okay to have imperfections. It's okay to not have everything worked out, and it's okay to not conform to this age-old stereotype that you have to find a man to be happy.
Absolutely.
You know.
Absolutely.
So, you know, I think it is revolutionary in a way, because I don't remember seeing a film like this before.
Yeah.
So, and I think that's why it struck a chord.
Yeah.
I think that's why it struck a chord.
Yes. Yeah.
You know, with the viewers, and I look back at it now and it feels ageless to me.
Yeah. In fact, I think it's aged better than it did when I first saw it.
It's aged better than a lot of rom-coms. Let's face it. I mean,
the ones we've looked at,
Pretty
Jeepers
Woman, Love
Creepers,
Actually, Bridget Jones.
The Holiday.
No, don't diss The Holiday. I won't go that far.
2.5 hours.
I know, I forced you to watch The Holiday tonight for Christmas.
Yes, you did.
2.5 hours later.
Yeah, I loved it.
Yeah.
Really loved it.
So, yeah, I mean, it's interesting that the problematic elements that you've pointed out have kind of, you know, been reevaluated. Yeah. So that's, you know, it's quite rare in the problematic gaze that we find that. It's like
it usually goes the other way, doesn't it? Yeah. I actually loved it more this time than I did the first time I saw it.
Yeah.
I thought it was really brave and strong and quietly revolutionary.
Yeah.
So,
but also the way it used music to convey emotion was, you know, in particular ABBA, because, you know, at this point, you know, you say ABBA Gold, this was the start of ABBA's reinvention, wasn't it?
Yeah.
But at this point, for a lot of people, ABBA was still that
a bit naff. You
know, 70s disco band or whatever.
Yeah.
That, and to see their music being used so effectively in this film to drive the narrative and the story along, and to, you know, to lend to the emotions of these characters was just really nice. I thought.
Yeah. I've got nothing more to say about Muriel's Wedding. Have you?
No.
So what would you rate it out of 10?
I would rate this. Okay. I'm going to give it a 10.
10 what?
I'm going to give it 10 rental videos out of 10.
Wow, yes.
She worked in a rental shop, didn't she?
Yes, she did. I'm going to give it 9.5 bouquets out of 10. Just because I didn't quite buy the swimmer suddenly. Yeah.
Okay, I
so
thought
I'm
about
knock
that.
half a point off because it's nearly perfect.
Yeah, okay.
It's
Can I bow to you and give it 9.5?
9.5. I mean, that's a good score, darling.
9.5 books of
9.5
smugglers
out
of 10.
For Muriel's Wedding.
Yeah.
I mean, that doesn't happen very often, does it?
No.
Wow.
We are like two nanas at a wedding, aren't we? Just there for the food and the booze. All
Never
right.
met the couple. I haven't got a clue who they are.
Who's
But they
getting
look
married?
nice. They look nice.
Yeah, they look nice.
Muriel.
It won't last.
Won't last.
Won't last.
Right. Well, that was Muriel's Wedding. Beautiful. What a lovely 2 hours to spend. You
And
know.
really nice to dip our toe back down under.
Yes, if our Down Under correspondent, Andrew, well, if our Down Under correspondent would like to tell us about Porpoise Spit, is that an accurate representation of, you know, because I understand there was some criticism again at the time of the film about the representation of the small town in Australia. It's a film a bit redundant, a bit reductive. So is that a true representation of 90s small town Australia? Let us know.
Yes, let us know. Okay, actually, I've just found at the bottom of my
notes.
I had some questions that I wanted to throw at you.
Oh, go on.
Talking about, you know, escaping your hometown.
Yes.
And the mean girls or the bullies that were there when you were there. Have you ever Facebook stalked anyone to see if they've failed in life?
Yeah, of course I have. Have you?
Yeah.
Yeah, and they have as well. I'm delighted by it. Yeah,
there was one guy, I won't name any names, gazers, you know, you'll know this as well, I'm sure all our gazers.
All of us have done it.
Was the cool guy,
Right.
and part of the cool gang, because I wasn't, because I was shy and awkward little gay boy, still in the closet.
Yeah.
He was part of the cool gang, and he never said anything directly, but always looked at me, looked down at me and everything, thinking. And I always remember thinking, one day I'll show you.
Yes. Yeah.
And then I looked, and on Company's House,
bankrupt
3 times.
Wow.
Yeah, and when I stalked him on Facebook, he's really
bloated out.
Well, he's bloated out. Yeah, his good looks.
Yeah.
You know, he definitely had the good looks when he was younger.
Yes.
But he ain't got any anymore.
No,
Whereas I've
blossomed,
darling.
blossomed into
A beautiful, graceful swan.
Yes.
Exactly.
Exactly.
Dying to see him again. Going,
Yeah.
oh, so what are you doing now?
Yeah. I had that pleasure actually the last time I was up in my hometown.
Did
I
you?
bumped into somebody who used to fucking homophobically bully me mercilessly.
Really? What? Meet him on Grindr?
No. In a pub, and he was just like gone to sea, looked like a burst couch, you know. Was just like, what's happened to your life? Divorced, wife left him, addicted to slot machines.
Really?
So, calm as a bitch, love.
Calm as
chin,
a bitch.
Chin. Yeah. Next question.
What he needs to do is put 20 quid on the lottery a month.
Yeah.
Instead.
Yeah.
Like what I do.
There were 3 of us in this marriage.
Okay, so have you ever met a friend that's helped you fulfill your true potential?
Oh, yes, obviously. Yes, I have.
Who's that?
That's you, darling.
Oh, thank you.
Yes,
That's all
you,
it takes.
darling.
Jesus.
That's all it
It took you
takes.
quite a long time to get the hint.
I thought there was some more. I thought there was some more.
No, that's
and
it.
true potential, and then of course you look at us, darling.
Look behind you, darling. Look at that Independent Podcast Award.
I mean, the last time I mentioned it.
Yeah. And also, just to note to gazers, in this film, there was a lot of the dad telling the kids they were useless.
Yes.
And all I will say is, gazers out there, if you've got kids, never tell them they're useless.
You
Because
accept
I
them
think
for what they are.
It's the worst thing that you can do to a child.
Yeah,
I think.
it is. And just not accept them for who they are.
Yes.
I mean, let's not go there.
And lead by example.
Yes. Next question.
That was it.
Is that it? Brilliant. Okay, quickly.
Did you ever have a mean girl gang at school?
Yes.
Touch upon this.
Yeah, we did. Yeah. Bitches.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Horrible.
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 Yeah. And one used to pick on me in middle school.
Really?
And now it's desperate since we won the Independent Podcast Awards. Has been coming to me on Facebook. So suck it up, bitch.
Yeah. Oh. Sorry, who are you again? Did we know anyone? I have to tell you about a famous soap star.
Oh yeah.
Who?
No names, obviously.
No names, but is notorious in the industry. No, I can't even say that. But I worked with him.
Yeah, it's a he.
It's a him.
Yeah.
I worked with him for a good few months, quite closely, and then met him at a showbiz party and walked up to him, said hello, and says, he said, weren't you that waiter in that restaurant? And I went, no, I'm Dave, I'm a director, I've worked with you for several months.
Oh,
He went, oh yes, sorry. And I just thought, you're an arsehole then, and you're an arsehole now.
Wow.
So I just turned around and was like, well, nice to see you again.
I bet I know who that is. I bet I know who that is.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Don't say it.
Ain't nothing.
Okay.
So, with all that being said, thank you, Muriel. Thanks for inviting us to your wedding.
Yes.
Where are we going next week, and when are we going next week in the Telly Tardis?
Well, talking about emotional ping pong,
Yes.
we are pivoting
Yes.
very, very much for next week.
Yes. Oh, what are you going to say? Remember we're going to 1979? Fine.
Yeah. We're pivoting. We're whiplashing back to 1979 to the UK sitcom territory.
Yes.
For a sitcom that has come under scrutiny for being, well, let's just say hideously racist.
Yes, it
amongst
has.
other things.
Yes, it has. Yes,
We're
it has.
going to watch an episode of Mind Your Language. I already feel a little bit dirty.
Starting a bit dirty.
Yeah. So to go from celebrating and elevating this wonderful film that we found we had to dig very deep. We had to dig very deep, didn't we, to find problematic elements of.
It's going to be 10 a penny next week, love.
I think next week's going to be very busy.
Oh, maybe it will be a pleasant surprise like Benny Hill. I don't think so.
No,
I don't think
I
so.
don't.
Oh, so what I would say, look forward to that.
And what we do, if gazers haven't noticed, in our show notes, what we do under the title of Gazer Homework, we always put a link to the show we're going to watch the next week.
Yes, so please watch it.
You can watch it and click a link if you want.
It's 25 minutes
of your life.
Yeah.
You'll never get back.
You'll never get back. So, well, in the meantime, do like and subscribe and follow us. Please follow us if you're new to this, or new to us, and you like us. There's some people like us. They liked us. Gave us that award. Last time we mentioned it. Like and subscribe and follow us on our Insta and TikTok at Podcast Gaze, but on Facebook.
Are we?
Which is that we are on Facebook, and that's going very well on Facebook. I have to say, we picked up a lot of followers with Benny Hill on Facebook.
Okay, lovely.
Email us.
Yes.
We love to hear from you. Honestly, we love to hear from you. problematicgaze@gmail.com. We love reviews. Please leave us nice reviews. If you leave us a shitty review, we will hunt you down and kill you. Not fucking joking either. So next week, mind the language.
Mind the language.
Sublime to the ridiculous.
Absolutely.
But in the meantime, I'm off to get myself sewn into an ABBA costume for a little cabaret outfit. What are you doing?
I've got to get those videos back to the video shop because I'm going to get fined otherwise.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I've got Princess Diana's Wedding.
Princess Diana's Panorama.
Princess Diana's Panorama. Evil Dead 2.
Right.
And Dumbo.
What a combination. Until next week, gazers, au reservoir.
Au reservoir.